Big story today. Right now at the Rhode Island State House, a joint meeting of the House and Senate Oversight Committee is approaching its third hour.
RIDOT Director Peter Alviti is facing the brunt of the questioning related to the failure and shutdown of the westbound side of the Washington Bridge. Our Alexandra Leslie is live at the State House with the very latest on this hearing. Alex?
Well, this afternoon, we've heard a detailed timeline of how these issues were discovered and how they were relayed to state officials, their staff, and the public. Still, RIDOT says they won't have more information about what the plan is moving forward until at least the end of the month. Senate Minority Leader Jessica De La Cruz questioned Director Peter Alviti about that.
Why does it take 2.5 months to gather findings about this bridge?
I assure you, any time that we are able to implement rapid construction techniques, we've done that. The cantilever type trusses, the post-tensioning in concrete that was implemented by engineers in 1968 makes this not only a difficult bridge to reconstruct or rebuild, but it also makes it more unique and difficult to analyze. Set aside from that, the attention that has been given to this problem, I am making damn sure that the analyses, the expertise of the companies that we have looking at this, and even if it means being a bit redundant in the amount of analysis and engineering expertise that we bring to bear on this, we're doing it.
Director Alviti was also questioned about how RIDOT communicates internally. There were no emails from either him nor his chief of staff about the bridge in the key early days of the shutdown. Alviti said that he prefers face-to-face meetings and that he was unfamiliar with certain technology other than just normal texting. For now, reporting live in Providence, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.
RIDOT Director Peter Alviti is still facing the brunt of the questioning as a legislative oversight hearing on the Washington Bridge crisis enters its fourth hour. That as we are now in the third month of the shutdown and the traffic backups on 195 West. 12 News reporter Alexandra Leslie joins us live from the State House with an update. Alex?
Well, in the last hour, we heard a tense back and forth between Rep. Michael Chippendale and Director Peter Alviti. He asked if Alviti if RIDOT ever put load restrictions on the Washington Bridge. And Chippendale said a document from VHB's engineering team showed last February they did. Alviti said he was unaware of that and he wasn't familiar with the document.
All of this is going to the lack of faith, frankly, that the best practices had been employed up to this point, which led us to where we are.
Well, best practices were employed, but the best practices available to us aren't perfect, and they're not necessarily as good as we could potentially make them, but they certainly have served the purpose of keeping people alive through a difficult process of fixing 27% of our bridges that got structurally deficient from decades of prior
I stipulate that you have fixed a lot of bridges, Director. We've all heard it repeatedly. Yes. You don't have to keep reminding us.
Well,
it's chewing up a lot of time here.
Fact.
Understood.
That's
understood.
Fact.
And you've stated it repeatedly. We stipulate.
And depending upon what that document says that you're holding, which I don't know because I've never seen it, I'll certainly look at it and we'll investigate what it says and what it actually means. But to me, right here, sitting right now, does not prove to me one way or another without seeing it or knowing what it says, whether or not there were any deficiencies in the way that our folks have acted.
Now, another senator asked when the last time the broken rods on the bridge were inspected. A VHB rep said they didn't know and that Alviti was also not asked. We have more of this continuing hearing live right now on WPRI.com. For now, reporting live in Providence, Alexandra Leslie, 12 News.